this is Brian Icenhower, and I am here with Malik. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me, Brian. Really appreciate it. Excited to be here today.
Yeah, I'm excited too. Just for those of you who don't know first and foremost, is a top-performing real estate agent in the top 2% in all of the Chicago area of real estate agents. So congratulations on that.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You bet. But what I really wanted here to talk to you about is not real estate for the first time ever. I want to chat with you. We're going to talk a little bit about lead conversion, how agents do it, and a lot. So there's been a craze across the country of the inside sales agent, and so much difficulty that I've seen, through our coaching company and with agents trying to utilize inside sales agents or ISAs in their practices, because so many leads are going online and there's so much business. Managing all those leads, getting through, converting all those leads is terribly challenging. So you've got a solution to all of it, and that is Conversion Monster, which you co-founded.
I did.
Yes.
I did.
So tell us, Conversion Monster, what is Conversion Monster?
So Conversion Monster is a team of inside sales agents that are helping real estate agents all over the country convert internet leads and expired listings into more business.
There you go. Doing it very well.
Thank you.
Doing it very well. We've got a lot of clients that have utilized Conversion Monster, and a lifesaver to them, generating too many leads, and you guys sorting them out and turning them into money somehow.
We're trying. Yeah, we're trying.
And you in particular, it's kind of cool because you are just ideally suited for the creation of this company, just because of your background. Tell everybody about that.
So I started in this business really as an inside sales agent. So exactly what we're doing. I started in the business about 17 years ago in a call center, more like a boiler room a little bit, converting mortgage leads. And I was recruited over to one of the largest privately held mortgage banks in the city to help them build out their internet division. They were starting an inside sales division, and I was brought in, and we built a team and ended up taking that really from nothing to about $150 million a year. So I got into the business as an inside sales agent, and I've been around internet leads really for about 17 years.
Right. Yeah. And then you get into real estate and succeed at that, no doubt. Right. Pretty easy to say. And then all of a sudden, the entire industry needs your services, which is kind of cool.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah, and hence Conversion Monster. So what makes Conversion Monster so good at what they do? What makes them unique?
So, there's a few things. I think, one is that we're 100% U.S. based. We're based out of Buffalo, New York, which is, I think everybody really just sounds like me. I'm from the Midwest, born and raised in Michigan, and I like to think that we don't have accents and that everybody else in the country does, but.
Right. Well, if you've got clients all over the place, it is good that you have like a universal accent that could really operate in the Deep South, in California, all the different locations. I don't know about New Jersey. I don't know. But anyway, just kidding. Right. But it pretty much works and operates anywhere. It sounds like you are.
Yeah, they can't necessarily tell like where we're from, which is good, because you don't want to get hung up on a particular accent, or they think, they can automatically tell you're from the South or from the East or whatever. We just think that we're from any town USA.
Right, and I think that's one of the jobs. I mean, that your ISAs know very well is that when they are working for real estate agent clients, they are actually acting as a part of the team.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like they work very closely with this agent, and it needs to kind of sound that way, right?
Yeah, we always say that we're an extension, we're a representation of them, we're a representation of their brand, and we take that very seriously when we're calling on their leads. And so, all of our ISAs, going back to sort of what makes us unique is they're all professionally coached. We put a large emphasis on continuous education, continuous training. We've got licensed agents that are on staff, which obviously makes the process even easier or better, because they understand the lingo, they're talking to agents, they're talking to clients, they know the laws. In addition to that, these guys do they're doing role playing every day to learn, they're enhancing their skills. And then I think one of the most important things that, what we really do differently is that, our company focuses a lot on lead nurturing or lead incubation, where there's a lot of companies out there. I know that it's very much like, a lead comes in and just call right away, and you try and get them and try and convert that lead and then move on. Our focus is a little bit different. Our focus is a lot more on the nurturing process, and that's coming from my background of understanding that the fortune is in the follow-up, that 75% of that business potentially just lies untouched, that agents let go, because a lot of times when you get on the phone with an internet lead and you hear that they're a year out from buying or a year out from selling, most agents don't have great systems and processes in place to follow up with those leads. And what I always tell, the agents, what I always tell my ISAs is, it's really hard to measure the cost of a lost opportunity. And they just don't know. They don't know what it is because they never followed up to find out. They were just looking for the people that, are looking to buy today or the next couple of months. And so without proper nurturing systems and incubation processes in place, so many leads just fall through the cracks.
Oh, I can attest that. I can also attest to the emphasis that you put on your ISA's development, because our company at Icenhower Coaching, we put a lot into training these guys, and I mean, trained at a level on nurturing and follow-up on all of our systems from start to finish. I mean, you guys actually nurture leads for clients up to a year.
That's correct.
And when most ISAs or different services out there are really just filtering through the first contact, making sure it's not a fake lead, or maybe following up, just making one contact, or maybe even just contacting them for a few days.
Right.
You guys are actually building rapport, building relationships throughout. And I think that what you said is perfect, because when people talk about whether an online leads are working for them or not, typically all they're doing is trying to make a first contact, and on that contact, that's when they're assessing the strength of the lead.
Yeah.
But if we do that, you're literally getting a fourth, just 25% of the potential value of those leads. You can increase that 4 times with adequate follow-up and rapport building over time with these guys. And that's what you guys have set out to do, and you're doing it now, which is awesome. So
yeah, I think the NAR statistic is something along the lines of that people, customers are going to do business 78% of the time with the first agent that contacts them, right? The problem with this is that, they go away. They go away. And listen, we understand that. We understand that internet leads have gotten a lot more competitive over time, and the conversion rates have gone down. It's because there's so many vendors and there's so many people that are in this space that this is what's happened over the last several years. And so we understand that, and we really pride ourselves in knowing that, listen, we're going to make that first contact. And even if you're not buying for 6 months or 9 months or a year or whatever it is, it's most important that we stay in front of you the whole time, right? And an agent isn't going to have the bandwidth or the resources usually to be able to just continuously stay in front of hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of internet leads month in and month out. And that's where we come in. And we nurture those for an entire year for the agent.
There's a concept we use with a lot of our clients too, and what I talk about is what you're enabling agents to do is go after the high-hanging fruit.
Right.
See, when agents are converting an online lead or a lead of any type, and they talk to them for the first time, and this person is ready to see a house or meet with them in person, that's the low-hanging fruit, which is great, but understand
those are great.
We're very competitive for the low-hanging fruit. Oftentimes when someone has got to that point, when they actually want to see a house or meet with an agent, someone's actually already listing their house for sale.
That's right.
And they are, or they've already got a friend that they've talked to that knows they're going to list their house.
Right.
So if we can actually catch them before they start looking at house, before they're ready to meet, which is the very first thing they do, even before they call that friend to list their house, is start looking for houses online, because that's the most fun part of this.
Right.
So if we can actually make contact with them there and not lose contact, suddenly we can get the high-hanging fruit, and that usually means a listing too. That means actually we're catching them before they buy the investment property, all the other business that comes from the house they're just looking for online.
Correct.
So we catch them earlier, and we stay with them earlier and build rapport, and you're the one that's able to do that on a mass level for all of them. So
Yeah, that's exactly right.
So awesome, bro. Well, thanks for sharing this with them today and telling us a little bit about your company as an option for agents out there and the tips about nurturing and lead follow-up.
Yeah, and just one more thing, we want to thank you so much for your help and your contribution. I mean, you've been just fantastic in the coursework and the training. I mean, our ISAs have really elevated their game ever since being a part of the coaching and training that you've provided with us. Thanks. And we're really happy with you as our coach and look forward to a continued relationship with you.
Awesome, thank you, Ro.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. Awesome. Well, thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.